Majority of people that graduate high school are clueless about what's next. They just don't know what they want to be, what their career should look like, and how to start it. And this is something that I had in my mind when I was anywhere from 18 to 20. I was just very confused and I didn't know what to do. And parents are not really helping because they will be just pushing you towards what they think is right and what they think is secure. And that's really good. But I believe that success is relevant, and everybody that finds a career that gives them pleasure will always be successful, will always be financially set. They will always be in high demand when it comes to their industry. However, if you will be pushed towards a career that pays really good, but you really don't like, you will not be successful. You will be upset about how things are going. Your work will be draining and overwhelming you majority of the time, which will lead to poor financial decisions, etc., etc., etc. So let's understand how you can put yourself in a good position to figure out what's next for you and how you can find the career that you like. First, we need to take the most important step, which is starting your resume. So while you are taking the time to understand what's next for you, you need to find a job that will be a filler for you in the resume. It needs to be with a company that is reputable and will pop up on your background check. So this cannot be your parents' friend's business. This cannot be something that's just unverifiable. It needs to be a business that gives you a W-2 and will create the first step of your resume. From here on out, you need to figure out what you like, and to do it, you need to kind of look into yourself. Look in the mirror, think about your past. What were you good at when you were a kid? What do you like to do? What was setting you apart from everybody else? Because trust me, there will be something. Some kids are really good at making friends. Some kids are really artsy. They understand history, they understand math. Some kids just know how to build things since they were 2 years old. So you need to look into your past, understand what you were good at and what you used to enjoy, maybe enjoy to this day, and start doing the research on the next steps. Majority of the times, people think that they need to start with a business, and this is just not a good mentality. You cannot start a business if you haven't worked in one. So think about, let's say if you want to be an artist, think about what job you can have to help you enhance your understanding of the industry, its economics, how it works, and how it flows. Once you have done your research and you figured out where the companies are that hire people like you need to either figure out a move to that company immediately, or you need to start thinking about how you can put yourself in an environment that will reflect on your resume that you're ready for this job. A lot of the companies will care about your experience far more than your education. So if you have any type of job that will give you experience that's relevant to it in your city currently, start working those jobs, start reaching out to those people on LinkedIn, start from the bottom up and grow in that company until you're ready to move to bigger steps. Couple of advices on how you can network. I used to reach out to a lot of people in the industries that I wanted to penetrate, and I used to talk to people in my positions, not the recruiters, and I would reach out with a simple message of like, hey, I want to just kind of pick your brain and understand your day-to-day life, your duties, and what this life is like, for me to understand whether I want to even move forward with it. Once you start networking with people and understanding more on what it took them to get there, how they feel today, you will understand quickly what soft skills are the recruiters looking for, what you can do better than the person that you just talked to, and how you can fill in the problem that the company has. This all sounds extremely vague, and I understand that, I do. But this is the way to go about it. You first need to start your resume, figure out what you want to do, figure out where it is, whether it's in your city or it's outside of it, and figure out what those companies need from you. Is it the education, the certificates, the experience? Once you figure out those things, as your resume is building, after a year worth of job experience, you will be able to start applying to those jobs and at least chat with the recruiters to understand what the next steps are, even if you get declined. If you have any specific questions on what to do in your current situation, please feel free to leave it in a comment. I have worked at Indeed for 3 years. I have helped the biggest companies make hires, and I have also upgraded my own career from when I was 18 to now when I'm 25. I know the ins and outs, and I can make a video specifically for you, or we can just chat. I'm happy to reach out to you and we can talk about what's possibly next for you. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to be helpful, and here at Alea, our goal is to help each individual find their career and be happy with it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.